Natural wonders. What was Germany's most beautiful city before World War II? In the spring of 1937, an American traveler, James, embarked on a grand European tour. He arrived in Dresden, Germany, often referred to at the time as the Florence on the Elbe. In his diary, James described Dresden as a place of unparalleled beauty, cobblestone streets lined with Baroque and Rococo architecture, art galleries rivaling those of Paris, and a serene riverside that seemed almost too perfect to be real. Fast forward to today, and it's hard to reconcile those words with the images we associate with Dresden during and after World War II. But why was Dresden considered Germany's most beautiful city before World War II? And what made it stand out among other iconic cities like Munich, Berlin, or Hamburg? Let's delve into the story of this once glorious city. The architectural splendor Dresden was a masterpiece of Baroque and Rococo architecture. The city's skyline was dominated by structures like the Zwinger Palace, the Frauenkirche, and the Semper Opera House. Each building was a testament to German craftsmanship and artistry. The Zwinger, for instance, was more than just a palace. It was an embodiment of cultural ambition, housing grand gardens and art collections that attracted visitors from across Europe. American art historians of the 1920s and 1930s often compared it to the Louvre in Paris. The Frauenkirche, or Church of Our Lady, stood as a symbol of peace and faith. Its distinctive dome, affectionately called the Stone Bell, could be seen for miles. It wasn't just a church, but a gathering place for people of all walks of life. Even Mark Twain mentioned Dresden's architectural beauty in his writings, calling it one of the jewels of Europe. The city of art and music, Dresden wasn't just about buildings. It was alive with culture. The city was home to some of the most prestigious art collections in Europe, including the Old Masters Picture Gallery, which housed Raphael's famous Sistine Madonna. The opera scene was equally impressive. The Semper Opera House hosted premieres of works by Richard Wagner and Richard Strauss, making it a hub for music lovers from around the globe. For Americans of the early 20th century, Dresden represented the pinnacle of European cultural achievement. Many U.S. travelers visited the city specifically for its art exhibitions and musical performances, which were unparalleled in their grandeur and sophistication. The natural beauty, Dresden's location on the banks of the river Elbe, added another layer of charm. The city's gardens, parks, and riverfront promenades offered a serene escape from the hustle and bustle of urban life. The Elbe Valley, with its rolling hills and vineyards, was a favorite spot for painters and poets. American artists often traveled to Dresden to capture its landscapes, inspired by the city's harmonious blend of nature and architecture. The seasons only amplified its beauty. In spring, cherry blossoms lined the streets. In winter, the city transformed into a magical wonderland, with Christmas markets that were legendary even by European standards. For many visitors, Dresden felt like a storybook city come to life. The tragic turmoil of this beauty and culture came to a devastating halt during World War II. On the night of February 13, 1945, Dresden was subjected to one of the most intense bombing campaigns in history. Over 3,900 tons of explosives and incendiary devices were dropped on the city, creating a firestorm that consumed its historic center. By the time the smoke cleared, Dresden was unrecognizable. Its architectural treasures were reduced to rubble, its art collections destroyed or looted, and its vibrant cultural scene extinguished. For many Americans, the destruction of Dresden was a turning point in how they viewed the war. Photographs and first-hand accounts brought the devastation into sharp focus, challenging perceptions of morality in wartime. Dresden became a symbol of cultural loss on a scale that was almost incomprehensible. A city reborn despite the destruction, Dresden's story didn't end in 1945. In the decades that followed, the city underwent a painstaking process of rebuilding. One of the most remarkable efforts was the reconstruction of the Frauenkirche. Using original stones salvaged from the rubble, the church was meticulously restored to its former glory, reopening in 2005 as a symbol of resilience and reconciliation. Today, Dresden is a vibrant city that honors its past while looking to the future. The Zwinger Palace and Semper Opera House have been restored, and the city's art collections have been reassembled. While it may never fully regain its pre-war status as Germany's most beautiful city, Dresden's revival is a testament to the enduring spirit of its people. Conclusion: Dresden before World War II was a city of unmatched beauty, culture, and history. It captivated travelers from around the world, including many Americans who saw it as a symbol of Europe's artistic and architectural brilliance. While the war may have scarred Dresden, its story of resilience and rebirth ensures that its legacy lives on. So, the next time you think of Germany's most beautiful city, remember Dresden, not just for what it was, but for what it has become.